You've done it right. You got certified, you've read books, but you still don't have coaching clients. Question here is, why? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to get your first paying coaching client. Not your first inquiry, not your first free session, your first paying client. Because I remember exactly what it felt like before I had one, and I want to help you get there faster than I did. Hi, I'm Christie Mims, the founder of Coach Pony, and we've helped over 30,000 coaches build profitable coaching businesses. So trust me when I say I have seen the zero client situation more times than I could count, and it sucks. But in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to get your first paying client. 3 things, no fluff, let's go. Step 1, choose a niche. And I say this with so much love, truly. There's a very good chance that your niche is too broad right now, or you're completely not choosing one. But if your niche is too broad, here's what I want you to do to test my theory. So state your niche in just one simple sentence. Who do you help? Say it out loud. Seriously, pause the video right now and do it. It should be simple and easy. And then I want you to ask yourself, does it pass what I call the 10-year-old test? Could an imaginary 10-year-old kid hear that one sentence and then immediately know who you help and why someone would hire you? If a 10-year-old would say, what now? Your niche is very much too vague. And when your niche is too vague or too broad, the right clients can't find you. They don't know you're talking to them, and you honestly probably don't know how to reach them. So let me be crystal clear. The more specific you are, the easier it is to get clients. Not harder, easier. Because the right person hears your message and thinks to themselves, oh, that's me. And that is exactly the feeling that you want to create. In 2026, people are so much tighter with their money, and they need to know that you want to help them. Not everyone, them. If you really want to sell people coaching. And that brings us to thing number 2, create an offer. This is where a lot of coaches get so stuck. They know they're a coach, but they can't clearly answer the question, what results do I actually deliver for my client? I help people live their best life. That is not an offer. That is a bumper sticker. An offer is specific. It's a process. An offer says, here are the steps I use to help you make progress, to get closer to your goal, to get what you want. So it's not a vague statement like the answers are inside of you. No, because in this economy, if you tell me the answers are already inside of me, my instant response to you would be, well, why would I pay you then? Think about what keeps your ideal client up at 2 a.m. So what are they desperate to fix? And then build your offer around that. I want you to tell me in 3 simple steps how your coaching package works. And so if you're struggling with where to begin, here's what I want you to do. First, start with the inner work that all coaches do throughout every coaching package. Then I want you to focus on designing the future with your clients and helping them really envision where they're going. And then finally, build to the execution phase where they get out and they make everything happen. So let me give you a real life example. So let's say if you help smart women find their passion, which is what the Revolutionary Club, my other coaching business, is all about, then you might describe your offer using 3 steps in this way. So first, we dig into your beliefs about your career and what is possible for you and why you feel so stuck anytime you try to think about changing jobs. Then we look at your values, your goals, and your lifestyle to figure out what career passion will be the best fit for you and what you really want to do with your life. Finally, we get you out into the world networking and getting on the path to a new career that you're actually going to enjoy. So pull back the curtain. You saw what I did there. Inner work, design, execution. It can be that simple. Because here's the thing. Your first offer does not have to be perfect. It just has to be clear and compelling so people understand what they're actually buying when they buy your coaching. Because again, in this economy, people won't pay for vague, but they will pay for a clear and compelling process. And if you're like, tell me how to find these clients. If you want to find clients to pay you, go ahead and grab my free blueprint on how to get a client in the next 14 days. It's free and I'll link it below this video. Now, let's talk about thing number 3, pick your marketing channel. Okay, this is where I'm going to share a dirty secret that nobody in the coaching industry talks about enough. So most coaches get their very first paying clients from their warm network, not from Instagram, not from TikTok, not from YouTube. From people who already know them, like them, and trust them, or who are one introduction away from someone who does. So here's why that matters. Human communication is over 90% nonverbal. People read your body language. They hear your tone of voice. They feel your energy. They watch your eyes. And the actual words that you say, those are the smallest part of what builds trust. In coaching is entirely built on trust. Humans buy coaching. AI does not buy coaching. The anxious voice that's inside your head does not buy coaching. People do. Real people buy coaching. So when you're brand new, the fastest path to paying clients is any channel that lets people actually see you and hear you. So I'm talking about networking events, public speaking, a Zoom call with someone in your personal network to chat up who already knows that they can trust you. I got to my first 6 figures as a coach basically entirely through public speaking, and some of those opportunities to speak came through my warm network. Someone in my network invited me to attend an event and then introduced me to the organizer, or connected me with a group that was looking for speakers. And I mean, let's just be brutally honest, I was not the best at public speaking at first. I wasn't even close. I absolutely had moments on stage where I stumbled or I felt incredibly sweaty and scared to offer my coaching. And I mean, to this day, I can still remember taking a big deep breath on stage when I was in front of this large conference room full of women, and it was only my 3rd talk. And before asking people to work with me, I was trying so hard not to let my voice shake because I was that nervous. But despite it all, I still sold plenty of coaching at that event. That one day alone, I got seven new paying coaching clients. And the reason is this: when someone is in the room with you or even on a video call with you, it's really rude not to pay attention. You have their full focus. In today's world, full focus is so rare and so incredibly powerful. Very few of us give you our entire attention. And social media is the opposite of full attention. If people even see your content, which honestly most of them won't, they're scrolling past it in 2 seconds with one eye on their phone and the other eye on the television. And it takes a lot of content and a lot of time before a stranger on the internet is going to trust you enough to hire you. So just to be clear, I'm not saying don't do social media. If you like it, amazing, do it. I'm saying don't make it your first move when you have 0 clients. Start with where the trust already exists. So I just shared a lot of information, so let's recap. I want you to have 3 things: a specific niche, a clear offer, and a marketing channel that lets people see and hear you. And an easy place to start is with your warm network. That's it. Not because building a coaching business is simple, it's not, but this is where it starts. And if you are stuck at 0 clients right now, I'd bet money that at least one of those 3 things I just shared is out of alignment. So fix it. And then go have a real conversation with a real human being who ideally already knows you or has been introduced to you by someone they trust. And if you want more help, don't forget to grab our free 14-day blueprint, as it's going to give you step-by-step help on exactly what you need to do to land that next paying coaching client. It's a great resource and it will help you. And no, I'm not going to ask you to sell coaching to your family or your friends, I promise. So the first paying coaching client truly changes everything, because that's when your coaching business becomes real. So go grab that blueprint and apply what you learned here in this video. And in the meantime, you can do this. You can absolutely do this. And I'm cheering you on.